Well guys, I'm just so excited to finally release my Benson Chimera captures for TONEX, for Quad Cortex, for Helix, for Fractal. It's all out. It's all available now at thetoneshepard.com. And guess what? It's absolutely free. So go get it. You have nothing to lose. I could just end this demo right now. You don't need to hear me play it. You just go grab it for free and try it for yourself. But I am going to show you some tones. I'm going to walk you through all this. And so this is my video specifically on the TONEX. See the other video for kind of all of them together side by side in each individual video. I've got all those on my YouTube channel. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel if you would. In fact, it's kind of required for the free thing, so make sure you subscribe here. Follow me on Instagram and sign up for emails and all that. But hey, dude, this is free. I've been working on this for a long time. Super, super happy with how they turned out. And I just can't wait to see what you guys think and how you use them. So let's play some tones. I have just a brief overview on the capture set. It's the Benson Chimera, original Benson cab, original Benson speaker, but I also captured another speaker, the V.S.O.P, the Amperian V.S.O.P. That's an Alnico speaker. So I always love to try to capture my amps with a couple different speakers. And so this one has that going on. I have 3 different variations of the Benson speaker, Ben 1, Ben 2, Ben 3. They all are basically slightly different mic positions and amp settings that just create a different tone. And Ben 3 specifically has a dual mic technique approach to it. I also have a single coil capture variation. And whenever you see humbucker or single coil, just so you know, don't feel restricted by those titles. If you want to try your humbucker on the single coil, if you want to try your single coil on the humbucker, go for it. They're really just different voices. And so I dial things in with my Jennings. This is a Navigator, but I dialed it in with a Jennings Voyager with a crema in the neck and a grinder in the bridge. This is crema, just so you know. For now, my final Voyager is being built for me right now, the time of filming. And so, and then with my single coil stuff, I dial it in with a guitar with ristrettos, Lambertones ristrettos. And so that's kind of my bass line, but use whatever you would like to use. Detailed descriptions of the capture variations are available on the website, and also the manual has all that stuff, so check that out. But really quick, here is the Benson 1 variation, and basically the Benson 1 is the warmer of the captures, the humbucker captures at least. This one is mic'd fairly traditionally, and it has a nice, even, rich, warm tone to it. I should also mention that this is the Ben 0, so it's the cleanest of the captures. I have 6 different gain stages, so don't know if you're going to use hardly any of those upper ones, but I provided them for you if you'd like. I also have head versions without the cab, so if you want to experiment with that. This also includes IRs of this as well, so again, all that's for free. Go check it out. But this is the humbucker Ben 1. Just a little diamond comp and EQ on it, a little bit of the Big Sky MX with my plate warm medium on it. In fact, this is even shorter. So really, with this guitar, hardly has any hair on it whatsoever. It's very clean. But you add some drive. This is my daily driver. This is my fake plastic trees. This is not the Aspen, actually. I've got the Kilt V2 back on here. And then back to clean. Now let's hear what the Ben 2 sounds like. The Ben 2 is slightly brighter. It's a slight, the mic was placed a little bit closer to the center of the cone, and the amp controls were tweaked a little bit. you can hear it kind of in the low end. There's less low end going on. So this is with Daily Driver. Really like BEN2. Really like BEN2. So let's jump to BEN3. BEN3 was me not leaving good enough alone, or not leaving well enough alone, whatever the phrase is. I liked BEN2, but I wanted to experiment. So I wanted to take BEN2 and I wanted to just see if I couldn't get it a little bit more harmonically rich by adding a second microphone. So BEN3 adds, it kind of keeps that 545 in the same spot, and then adds a Beyerdynamic M160 to it, the ribbon microphone, and then adjusts some amp controls. So it's one that sounds very, very similar to BEN2. I'm going to toggle back and forth between them. It's very similar, but it's got just something a little different. Okay, so here's BEN3. Here's BEN2. BEN3. BEN2 cuts a little bit more of that low end. BEN3 allows it back in, but kind of keeps the similar top end. Actually, BEN2 kind of has an extended high end as well. So they are a little bit different for sure. So yeah, BEN3 has a little bit more warmth to it overall, and I don't think that's a bad thing in most cases. Let's add some drive and then compare the two. BEN2. Let's do the fake plastic trees. Here's BEN3. BEN2. Yeah, BEN2 just feels a little bit more focused overall to me. And then here is the kilt. This is BEN3, by the way. BEN2. BEN2 can be a little bit more like aggressive in the, upper mid-range. Now let's listen to the V.S.O.P. with Daily Driver. Fake plastic trees. And kilt. Now let's keep the kilt on. Let's compare that to Benson 2. They just have like a different mid-range character. I think they would sound killer in stereo. Let's try it. They both are kind of leaned to that brighter side, but they just have a slightly different mid-range thing going on, and so they do make a great stereo pair. Okay, so this is the BEN SC SC1. So the way this is captured, by the way, all of the SC stuff starts dirtier because most single coils, you know, are lower output and whatnot. So if you were to throw a humbucker on this capture, it would be dirtier than the humbucker captures. So the range of gain on the Chimera starts a little dirtier. But anyway, just so you know. So here's the bass tone of that. Here's what it sounds like at a Strat. Probably could bump up to the next gain stage. Probably should go 2. So this is SC BEN3. Just got a little more hair on it. And then when you add the daily driver. This, by the way, has DiMarzio area pickups, kind of the Lincoln Brewster thing. Incredibly dead strings. Really need to replace these. Not a great representation, but you get the idea. Here's a Nash with Lambertone's Blondies. Still the BEN SC2. All right, one more thing I want to show you is a couple pairings. I kind of teased it before with the BEN3 and the V.S.O.P, but what does it sound like with like the Dr. 80 or the Revenuer? Just going to give you a little taste of that. Here's the humbucker BEN2 0 paired with the Dr. 80 humbucker 1. The Benson's a little bit dirtier by default than the Dr. 80. So here's the Benson. Here's the Dr. 80. So Dr. 80 is a little bit brighter. We can kind of fix that. But let's compare this. Dr. 80's got a thing. Here's the fake plastic trees. And with the Benson, so got a lot more mid-range to it. Now, let's put them in stereo. Now, if you wanted them tonally to sit a little bit closer, what I would recommend is grabbing the presence on the Dr. 80, just turning that down just a little bit, then maybe turning the mid-range up to 6. So yeah, just by turning presence down to 3, mid up to 6 on the Dr. 80, made them a lot more similar. So here's them side by side. Here's the Benson. Dr. 80. And then with some overdrive. Fake plastic trees. And Aspen. And in stereo. Another good pairing option is the BEN1 with the Revenuer. BEN1 is the warmer capture, if you remember, and the Revenuer in general is slightly warmer. So let's reach for that. Here's the Chimera humbucker BEN1 0, and then the Revenuer REV 2. The Revenuer has a lot more headroom, so you can reach for dirtier captures, and they're really not dirty. They just compress a little bit earlier. So here's the BEN1. And the REV. It's a little more smiley in its tone, a little more high end, a little more low end. And that to me feels a little bit more like this. So combine them. That combo doesn't suck. I don't know. It might be my new fave. I don't know. It's a great combo. So along with the Chimera, check out the Revenue and the Dr. 80. I think those 3 amps, you're going to find a great sound. And all of those 3 capture sets, the Revenue, the Dr. 80, and the Chime, are all captured with the new TONEX V2 modeler and with extended training. So highest quality possible on all those head versions, IRs, all that available as well with all 3 capture sets. So that's about it. That's all I got. That's all you need to see and hear. Go check it out at thetoneshepherd.com. Again, the Chimera is free, so take it, enjoy it, run with it. If you don't do anything else, that's just my gift to you. This whole thing really is, this whole free resource thing for you really is just my way of saying thank you so much for all of your support over the years. I wanted to give one of the best things that I have made away for free, and I think I've done that. I've worked tirelessly on this amp, and I want you to have it for free. So anyway, go see that, go check it out, go snag it, and then subscribe if you wouldn't mind, and follow me on Instagram and all that stuff, just so we can keep the conversation alive and the tones going. And we'll see you in the next video. Peace.